What is up, everybody? It is Jake with the MF Film Room. Thank you so much for being here. If you want to be up to date on all things EA College Football, hit that red subscribe button. You know you want to, okay? I'm telling you, I might not be the first to release this stuff, but we're going to have all the analysis. There will not be more in-depth analysis than this channel. Hit that red subscribe button. You will not be disappointed. Also, follow me on Twitter/X. That fam is growing, and if you like college football content, specifically Master Football with Jake Posey is linked in the description here. But enough about all that. Let's talk about the EA college football content. Let's go. All right, guys, we are continuing here with our 12-part series of the review of potential features in EA college football when it comes out. We are less than 7 months away. I could not be more excited. I actually just literally hit up my roommate, my brother, and his friend. Us four, we've got this incredible dynasty. We've had dynasties for years. At one point, we had one that was going for like 9 months, something like that. I know people have had longer than that, but we are so excited for this game, looking ready for it to come out. Right now, we've gone over a couple of those features. A couple of them being, we've gone over offense, defense, special teams. We've gone over NIL, transfer portal, whatever it is. We had on Monday, we had the athletic director mode, again, similar to owner mode in Madden. Now, one of the most sought after features in EA College Football that they're looking forward to have is by far not even close TeamBuilder. So for TeamBuilder, it is one of the coolest things ever. What you could do is literally go online, create a team, and then download them to your Xbox roster, stadium, colors, logos, field, mascot, school prestige, here and there, everything like that. It was so cool to do all of that. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through 3 different things here. We're going to go through the history of TeamBuilder, the factors to consider, and then we're going to go through my recommendations on what to do. Stay tuned to this content, check it out, and if you have any questions or suggestions, let me know. I'm going to be starting my weekly live stream here, cut it up into a couple different videos here. Make sure we discuss everything that comes out, in addition to the fact that we might be getting ourselves at least a sneak preview around CFP time, either the semifinal or the championship. I'm telling you, they're going to have something. Even if it's just a little quick release here or there, we're going to have something like that. But again, get this content right now. Let me know what you guys think. But beyond that, let's go. So like I said before, TeamBuilder, history, factors to consider, and recommendations. Let's go. So I only had for NCAA 2014. And again, it had a system called TeamBuilder. You can create and import teams from an external site. The TeamBuilder creation consisted of these items: general, logo, stadium, field, uniform, mascot program, and roster. I'm going to show you that right now. So this is from Some Black K1D, Some Black Kid. And again, I'm going to make sure I include this link in the description where we go through these items here. But you come into, this is what TeamBuilder would look like. You would click on create your school and go from there. So in your general tab, you'd be able to adjust a couple different things. You could do your school prestige, you could do your stadium name, your colors, and things like that. You have the logo section where you have the ability to adjust your logo colors, pick from your logo colors. So you pick this logo, you pick this little eyedropper right here, and then you can pick these 3 colors. Those are your 3 colors from there. You can remove the background, set your secondary color logo. You can do all that from this section. Then you have the ability, again, you can change the stadium name here, but you have the ability to pick from different stadiums. You see down here they had ACC American. So they had a lot of generic stadiums, already preset stadiums, and then some other ones, some bowl games, and then a couple generic ones in there. Also had the ability to pick which type of turf that you had. You can go in here and do multicolored turf. You can do a natural grass, and so on and so forth. You can pick from this section. Also went in here and you're able to edit the primary, secondary, the jerseys, the pants, the helmets, and then their socks and shoes, and so on and so forth. If you really wanted to, you could also pick a mascot. Here's where you came in here and you were able to pick, what kind of offense you had, what kind of defense you had, and then what kind of coach prestige, athletic facilities, fan base, and so on and so forth. You can find all of those in this section. And then last but not least, you could pick which team that you wanted. You could actually come through and edit each one of these players in terms of their name, their skills, their number, their height, their weight. You could even choose from a roster template right here. Continuing on to the factors to consider. So breaking those down, and again, general basic information, logo, primary and alternate logos, color scheme, stadium was generic or replica, field, grass or turf, uniform, home weight, and alternates, multiple. Whether or not you wanted a mascot, your program, your school grades, not including coach prestige and coach stability. You saw how they were in there. No matter what you picked, it didn't matter. You couldn't actually apply those to your team, and then ultimately your roster. So off of my recommendations here, I have several recommendations that I think are adamant here with this. So for the general tab, school prestige should be tied to program. You can't have a 6-star prestige team with all Fs across the board. That doesn't make any sense. It needs to kind of be tied in with that.
Stadium name should be tied to stadium. You should throw it over there. School color should be on logo. You should throw it over to there. There should be pre-loaded cities available or custom city with a choosable location available. And again, that's pretty easy. I'll come into that in a second when we talk about the stadium, because I think that's a very, very important thing. You think about a state like California, huge difference between the Bay Area and Death Valley. You need to have the game account for that. Also, in the general, I think we should have some fight songs. Just me being me, you should have fight songs available, some generic ones too. And then also have easily findable list of in-game audio, so you can see how your team actually announces it, because Brad Nessler kind of announces it his own way. And you know, they announce many different teams. You could have, you know, the Mavericks, the Masons, the Maestros, or whatever. You want to make sure you can see that list and or hear how the announcer is going to say your team when they go through. You should also be able to edit logos in the system, operate kind of like a Microsoft Paint. I think it's a really good idea. And again, I don't know if that's too much animation for the website, but I think it'd be really cool if you could do something like that. And you want to be able to keep that remove background option. Also, that ability to do the eyedropper to see which colors you want. I think that'd be a really cool feature to keep in the game. Up next, we have the second aspects of this. We have the stadium and the field. So again, we need way more generic stadiums, okay? You need to have custom stadiums. You should be able to customize each side of the stadium, north, south, east, west. You should be able to customize the backdrop. There was a couple previous seasons when you could actually customize the backdrop. I want rolling hills, I want tropical, I want desert, I want this, I want that. And then you're able to build the stadium from around there. It should be like that. Also, the location of the city should have climate programmed into the city, not just the state. Before, when you would pick California, it would just say, all right, cool, California. All right, we would choose Texas. All right, cool, just choose Texas. What you could do is you could have that synced almost with, like, you know, a weather.com or something like that, where it would be wherever you pick your city at, wherever it was at, it would have that preset climate. So like I said, if you're in the Bay Area or if you're in Death Valley, you need to have Bay Area or Death Valley versions of the weather and climate, things like that. Also, I think that custom entrances when you walk under the stadium, I think that'd be really cool, kind of like WWE style. You could be generic or purchasable. I know people aren't excited about me offering that up, but if the game is going to be offering up some, you know, purchasable items or microtransactions, that would be one of them. I mean, a generic entrance would be kind of cool, or like a custom one or something like that. Also, possibly be able to update stadium in the off season. That's a feature we might be talking about later. I don't know, but I think that'd be really cool if you could, like, in certain instances, you know, teams can update their south end zone. They can update their scoreboard. They can update this. They can update that. Having that in the game would be really, really cool. In addition to that, I want to make sure that the field you should be combined with stadium as one. I don't see any reason why you should separate those two out, but you need more colored turfs. We all know about Boise State's blue turf. There's a couple different ones out there. There's Coastal Carolina's teal turf. There's Eastern Washington's red turf. Go and check those out just to see what I think. But I think it'd be really, really cool as long as it was within some parameters. I want to make sure you can see the white, you know, lines on the side, or you could change it into black lines or something like that. I just think customization is the reason why people like EA College Football. All right, up next is uniform. So me and my roommate, we had a lot of discussions about this here, because it was kind of like, what do we want to do here? Because we want to have more alternate jerseys. First of all, I think one thing that's important to add, you should be able to select whether or not you're sponsored by Nike, Reebok, Jordan, Russell, Adidas, and so on and so forth. You should be able to pick that. Also, your team colors consist of primary, secondary, and tertiary colors. Your jersey should represent this. You should have at least 3 different home jersey colors. That's my opinion, just my opinion. Most colleges have, you know, whiteout or blackout jerseys. You should probably have something like that built into the game. In essence, you just need enough alternates that you can do cooler things than 2 homes and 2 aways. Most people really didn't give a dang about the aways, and if they did, they might make like a classic away or something like that. But you should have more options for that. I think at least 4 helmets, 3 home jerseys and 1 away, and 3 home pants and 1 away. And again, the away would basically just be white. Should be able to designate alternates as home or aways as well. Again, 4 different helmets, 4 different jerseys, 4 different pants. I think that's a very, very safe thing to do. Also have customizable socks and shoes. That should be a thing, in my opinion. Also, with the mascot there, you have a custom mascot? A generic mascot with customizable colors. Maybe the mascot with one of your jerseys on. He wears the primary jersey, he wears the secondary jersey, or so on and so forth like that. Also be able to customize their name. That'd be a really cool thing. And last but not least, my other recommendations for program and for roster. So for program, it needs to include schools' prestige, because school prestige should be graded off of their team attributes. So schools with high athletic facilities, pro potential, and stadium atmosphere should have a higher prestige and then schools with lower, attributes like that. So it's impossible to have a really, really high prestigious, college football school and have terrible attributes. It should be kind of like as you go through and you mark up and down on those items, their school prestige goes up or down from there. That's what I personally think should happen. And then NIL needs to be an attribute. It's just me. You guys heard about my NIL thing. It's in the game. It's in the game whether or not you want it to be or not. It should be in the game as an attribute for a school. And then going on to roster, there need to be more generic roster archetypes. Needs to be offense and defense archetypes, a juggernaut offense with a cupcake defense, a power on offense with a blitz happy defense. The second point here kind of feeds into the first one. Need roster strength to be a thing, would allow for more generic options. You can have a pass heavy offense graded A to F plus a man-to-man defense graded A to F. So think about this. Rather than having 10 rosters you can pick from, you would have, let's just say, 5 abilities. So A, B, C, D, and F. So those 5 levels. Then you have that times the 10 types. So let's just say offense. So let's just say pass heavy, run heavy, balance, spread option, wing T or something like that. And then you go into the defense and it's like man-to-man, blitz happy, 3-5, 4-2-5, amoeba or something like that. And then you have this number by times this number times this number. You'd have like 100 different options you can have rather than just those generic cupcake, juggernaut, run heavy, pass heavy, and so on and so forth. You'd have a lot more options and customizability from there. All right, guys, what are your recommendations? Get in the comments right now. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys think of all I've said. What do you think I need to add? What do you think I need to change? Get in the comments right now and let me know. Again, remember, follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. All right, guys, that's it. Thank you so much for making it all the way to the end. Remember, like, share, comment, subscribe, do all that stuff. I really appreciate it. I'll see you guys later. I am out.